My name's Chris Whitfield, age 24. Been riding about 6 years. This course that we're doing today has been built by me and my brother Jed and Rob Jarman. We've just had input. Rob's done most of the work. As you can see, it's rather technical. It's noted as one of the more technical ones in the country.
My name's Jed Whitfield. I designed the double drop off in the course along with Rob Jarman. Tried to make it quite technical because that's how I like it really, rather than lots of pedalling sections.
I think you can try and go down the course sort of flat out with a wing and a prayer, but it's so technical I don't think you make it. I think you've got to rely on smoothness and pacing yourself. Maybe going fast on the bits that you're confident on and going steadier on the bits that are very hard, you know. Different parts of the course will suit different people.
The most difficult section of the course is probably the first half, just because it's so steep and rocky. Just stay smooth and don't get hot-headed about it. Just keep it cool, ride smooth, quick, not too fast, otherwise you can just overcook it.
Most of all, just ride your bike and enjoy it. You can get too serious about things. There's a lot of serious people out there, and with me, if I'm not enjoying it, I won't do well. So it's just a matter of enjoying it and enjoying riding your bike, putting in as many hours as you can while you're enjoying it.
Well, here we are again. Another season, another race series. Round 2 of the Northern Area Mountain Bike Downhill Series here at Guise Cliff in Pateley Bridge. And what a stunning race we've got for you today. As normal, we set off with the youth category, and as you can see in the background we've got quite a few riders coming through. Some of these are riding the Northern Area Champs and also doing the Scott Scholarship, which we've got with us here today, but we'll tell you more about that later on. First off, just a little bit of a description about the course. As you see in the earlier interviews, Chris and Jed Whitfield give some information about what they've been doing on it, and I think a pretty good job they've done together with Rob Jarman as well. Slightly different to last year's course. Various technical sections that have been put in, others have been left out just to keep you on your toes. But I'll sit back and relax for a while now and just let you watch the riders coming down.
No, that's Matthew, I've got. John, you're going to be next
Okay, we pick up the action once again. Rider coming into view at the moment, 190, Nick Turner, riding for MTS Cycle Sport, one of the last runners in the youth category. Running down to the top 3 or 4 riders now. Nick's looking really cool over that section. We pan back to the ski jump. This is 172, one of the slow riders, I think. Just can't check out his name off the sheet at the moment, but it's Tom Petrowski actually, and here he comes again. There's Nick Turner, looking quite cool over that section. Nicely twitched through that rocky bit there, down off the jump, pedals out across the bottom section there, and over the ski jump. This is part of Rod Jarman's work. Chilled out nicely over that one, and keeping the hammer down should put up a pretty good result. Just looking down, Nick's had an 8th and a 5th, I think he finishes in this round, so that's quite good, a top 10 place there for Nick. And we just watch him dialed in on this bottom section and disappear from view. We're into the top 4 or 5 riders at this stage, and finishing in 3rd place with a time of 2:30.45, Simon Russell from Cycle Force. We should be picking Simon up shortly as he comes down the course. This is 1:64. Possibly an entry on the day, because I don't appear to have his name on the information sheet, but 164 looking to have some trouble with this section. A couple of stops there. This guy looks to be quite well dialed in as he's dropping off the top bit. Remembering we've got 5 cameras on board on this course. That's 184 coming through. Looking quite good. That's John J. Williamson. Very colourful ride from John J there. Leg down just to steady himself as he comes through the rocky bit. Nicely, nearly takes the cameraman out there. Quite good to see some of these riders coming off the coffin. This is a big rock section in the middle of the course we've nicknamed the coffin. And this looks like Ashley Cross riding for Team Lasso Michelin. Ashley looking through the sheets, had a 3rd position at Carlton Bank on the 1st round, and Ashley looks to be quite well dialed into this course, looking really smooth through the top section. Ashley done a lot of cross country riding, and usually rides on the cross country on Sunday, riding a prototype Orange, one of the new batch of Orange downhill bikes, originally designed by Andy McLeish, and he's moved on to bigger and greater things at this stage, but obviously his handiwork's coming very well there, because Ashley looks to be very smooth on this bike. Trying to pick the number of that rider that's just gone through, but I missed him. Oh, nice jump off the ski jump there by that rider. I keep panning from camera to camera, so it's difficult to pick up on who's just coming down at what time, but this rider electing to jump off and push his bike, and yeah, 1 or 2 deciding to jump off and push the bikes over this highly technical middle section, nicknamed the ski jump there. Quite interesting when you see the elite riders come through and the top juniors smoothly flow through these sections and really nail it well. But just to run through the top 3 youth riders today, going in 3rd with a time of 2:30.45, we've got Simon Russell from Cycle Force. A 2nd place today for Ashley Cross from Lasso Michelin with a time of 2:30.40, and a win for Paul Goddard from KG Bikes with a time of 2:23.12. And we move on now to the junior category. Of course, these races all run in reverse order, so the top seeded riders run right at the end of each category, and as we run through, we've got the juniors next, then the masters, the vets, the big field of seniors, and then right at the end of the day the pro elite category. And tagged on to the end of 3 of the series, we've got the Scott Scholarship. This is something I mentioned earlier on, so I'll give you a brief rundown on that. Scott UK have encouraged riders throughout Great Britain to enter a CV to Scott for a placing in this scholarship. This basically means that you get a bike, kit, and when I say kit, it's goggles, helmet, gloves, jacket, pants, SBD shoes, everything else virtually that you're wearing, including the bike, which is running on disc brakes and triple clamp front forks. And out of all the riders that apply throughout the country, Scott picked 30 of what they seemed to decided were the best riders throughout the country. These 30 riders are entering 3 NAMBS and 3 SAMS rounds, doing a 6 race scholarship, and the winner of the overall series will get a pro ride for Scott UK. Leading the series at the moment by 9 points is Jed Whitfield, rides for Stiff Santa Cruz at Leeds, and there's quite a few riders come from the south, the Midlands and Scotland. They're actually situated from throughout all of England. The big support bus from Scott UK is on hand at all events to give support, servicing and everything else that they need basically. So we look forward to seeing the Scott Challenge at the end of this race, but we'll fetch you back to the action at the moment. As you can see, that rider just 143 there decided not to go over the coffin, taking the alternative route. Yeah, I found that rider's name. It's actually Dan Jebergansky, and that's a terrain rider from Cross Hills that we just got a brief glimpse of there, as that other rider in the Hope Top disappears out of sight. This is 102. 102 is Alex Smiles there from Team Marrakesh. Alex looking quite cool on this section. We may pick him up later on. Checking out this rider in the full fox kit with the front mud guard. This is 104 there, that's Alan Lawson. Looks like Alan's unsponsored, nothing down on the sheet for him anyway. Watch Alan's movements here and see if any would-be sponsors think Alan's cool enough to pick up. Alan's looking reasonably smooth, got his leg out there just to steady the bike over that section, but held it together quite well. Is that a Ninja Turtle that I saw going down then? 94 there. We're into the junior riders now. I've been for quite some time trying to pick up on 94. Must be a late entry because he's not down on the sheets, but the rider looking quite smooth. This is 117 I think I've got there, as he goes down promptly in a big pile. See if we can see his number when he picks his bike up. Now typical has his back to us. He's got a Met helmet, so it must be something to do with Scott. Rider's coming thick and fast at this stage, and we keep panning from one camera to the other. Marshall's seeming to be quite cool there, not having a lot to do, although we have had quite a few injuries over the Friday and Saturday period. I believe at one stage we had 3 ambulances on site and 1 still coming, but feedback after the weekend was that there was nothing too serious, mostly bumps, scratches and bruises, 1 broken arm. As another rider goes down there and pick his bike up with his GT top on. Just gets out of the way in time as the next rider comes over the coffin and nails it nicely. catching this Minuteman up. Actually, I say Minuteman, they're on 30 seconds until they get to the last 10 riders in each category, and the last 10 top seeds actually get 1 minute between. We do recommend that riders wear full face, but not everybody actually picks up on this, but definitely this course is a course that would be very suitable for full face and elbow, shin and arm pads, as that rider jumps down with a hope top and corrects something on his bike to get going again. He's away down the hill. You pick up that rider has knee pads on, very sensible on this course. Nice little bunny up there over there. And that's a Hope top. Difficult to tell from a distance between these Kawasaki tops, Hope tops and the Green Fox tops. They all look very, very similar. And if I can grab that rider's number, I'll tell you just who it is, but he's gone. Pan to another camera now. This is 121, I think, that's coming through at the moment. That was Danny Clayton from Terrain that we missed there. Now the junior rider comes round wearing his GT top, and this is number 85, I think. And if it's 85, that's Martin Loftus. Martin with his Met helmet decides not to take the coffin there, takes the alternative route, and even comes off on the alternative route. So Martin's got some skill levels to catch up, as this rider takes a terrific tumble off the rocky middle section. This is just above where the camera crew, that's number 83, I think, is it? Let's check out and see where that guy is. Number 83. Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins back again. You see his head over the top there. And some fat tyres on that bike. 128 comes through cleanly on that section. That's Jack Bennett there from Army Foundation College. Good to see the Army lads coming in and having a go at this downhill game as well. Rider there loses his number, I think it's 83, losing his body as well actually. Just a terrific little tumble around on that corner, catching quite a few people out that actually. That it looks dead easy that, but you wash your front wheel out and you lost it instantly. 83 is Andrew Wiggins again. And 133 comes into view. Just checking the number out there, that's Martin Gilmore. Get on that horse and drink your milk. Rider with a problem there. Back to the renowned ski jump. Quite a lot of riders well dialed into this section now. '92, looking cool. 92 there is Frank Sterling from Bicycle Shed. And that's Alistair Ward there disappearing out of sight. Alistair getting 31st in the first round and eventually finishing up 22nd in this round. This is Matt Taylor, VPS Racing. I think he must have got a DNF in round 1, but disappears away there into out of sight. Eventually coming up with 29th position in this particular race. That's Andrew Mullinaw, the Bike Bank, Workington, 21st in round 1, and we don't know what he did in this one. Matt Taylor, VPS Racing, comes into view again on his green machine there. Matt looking to have quite a smooth ride. Leg out there as he nips around that right hand corner. This is a technical bit, catching quite a few riders out. It was actually nailed last year on the finals here by Nigel Page, a late rider who found the new line, and everybody's electing to use it now. One or two riders taking it faster than others. This rider's deciding to try and take a shortcut through the bracken, collecting some tape on the way, and that's Andrew Mullinaw again, the Bike Bank from Workington. So we picked Andrew up on a couple of cameras. That was briefly a rider from that Crosshill bike shed terrain. I should think we'll pick him up later on down the course if we can pick his number out. Two riders riding close together there. Looks like he's caught his 32nd man up and away past him. This is 150 there. Ben Tucker seemed to be doing quite a good job as he went down the course, and still looking for that elusive 150 name. No doubt he'll tell me when he sees me at the next race. Nice giant machine there, taking that terrain particularly well. All sorts of interesting machinery going through. A coffin once again. Stephen Addy there from Terrain Hope takes the coffin at leisure. This is number 86. That's Ben Tucker once again. Quite a few riders came off on this bit, although it doesn't look very tricky. It was quite daunting, and quite a few face plants were achieved over the top of that double rock section there. Somebody all green. Once again. And that's Alex Bakes there taking the ski jump. There you go, that's a little section that I was telling you about that catches a few riders out. That rider just managing to stay on across it, but quite sketchy in the process. Somebody else caught his 32nd man up, and quite promptly the 32nd man gets out of the way. Ski jump prominent again. That was Liam O'Ryan there from Cycle Centre RT. Some of these numbers coming through too blurred actually to just pick up, but we're doing our best to try and get them out for you. James Marples there comes into view, and Dan Critchlow. That section quite nicely taken by that rider. These still juniors coming down thick and fast with about 60 junior riders today, as this rider takes the coffin once again. That big square rock in the middle of the course, which has caught quite a few people out. The coffin yet again. That was really nicely dialed by this rider. Anybody who rode this course last year will remember that it was very, very wet last year. As Simon Darlington from Northwest MTB Centre comes through nicely. But we've had more injuries this year. Whether people are going faster because it's drier, it's difficult to say, but you could count the injuries last year on one hand and still have fingers to spare. But this is the second dry week we've had, and we're looking forward to Gisborne Forest, hoping there's going to be a heat wave there. The ski jump again, and we must be running quite a way down the junior riders now, possibly looking at the top 15 or 20, because running in reverse order, as you can see, the riders that are quicker and more smoother are the riders that are riding at the end of each category. Missed the number on that one, so can't give you his name. He knows who he is. Hopefully he'll be buying this video and checking it out and saying, "He did not do well, boy." I think that's Dominic Kidd there from Team Chile. Dominic managed a 17th position in round 1 and eventually finishes 18th this weekend, so quite consistent in the midfield. Chris Jeffrey there managed just 6th at round 1, so top 10 place there from Chris Jeffrey. Wonder if he's one of the Jeffreys from Shipley. They're the motocross lads. And I thought so. That looks like the Dulcet colours of our course designer there, Rob Jarman, riding for Hope Technology. Full kit there on his Rottweil. So we obviously get into the top 10 of the field now. Obviously Rob's made this course his own and doing a very good job on it as well. Paul Garrett, Intense Kawasaki team. Paul's doing a good job today as well. Just looking through the list now. Paul finished 3rd at round 1 and he eventually finishes 6th today. Steve Barker going through from Mr. Big Racing, a 2nd at round 1 and eventually finishes 5th today. So we're in the top boys at the moment, and you can see that these boys are really dialed into this course. I think that looks like Sam Vaness from Hope Eurotech. Takes the podium in 1st position at Carlton Bank, and Sam eventually finishes in the bronze today, 3rd position. And don't forget, this is the Northern Area Regional Championships today, so Sam takes some nice crystalware away in 3rd position, and of course increases his points for the overall series. Series consisting of 5 rounds, 3 out of 4 to count plus the final. And that was the last of the juniors, and finishing in the podium positions in the juniors, 3rd place went to Sam Finesse with a time of 2:13.15. 2nd went to Hugh Thompson from the Clan with a time of 2:10.25, and winning in the junior category today, riding for Hope Technology, if I can get these teeth in, I'm breaking them in for a horse, Rob Jarman with a time of 2:19.05. I should have said that's 2:10.05. And those are the top 3 juniors. And now the age category goes up and we're into the Masters. This looks like quite a spectacular start to the Masters, trying to take the cameraman out, getting tied up in the old Hope Technology course marking tape, but coming to no ill effects and disappearing down the course. Masters quite a prominent field in this downhill category, and quite a few tasty riders in the Master category. That's Dave Warnell there from MTB Sports at Lancaster, taking the coffin and then coming off. But that's not Dave there, that's another rider who we've not picked up on yet. Back on his steed and away down the course. This is number 263 there, Gary Hustler from RTR. Sorry, it's Roger Middleton. I'm looking at the wrong line here. Roger Middleton would not forgive me for calling him Gary, would he? But Roger's back on his bike again and away. Ski jump taken there tentatively, and not very well from Kevin Baxter there from MTB Sports. Another shot of Dave Warnell there from MTB Sports again, another teammate, as he pans in on another camera, taking that section quite well, not too quickly, but just doing it at his own speed and his own skill level, which is basically what downhill racing is all about, keeping on your bike. This is Gary Hustler again, panning in from another camera, and sorry, Roger Middleton. Roger's out again down the course, picks his bike up and away. Two riders interview at the same time, and it's the infamous coffin again. I'm getting quite a glut of these Master riders coming into view as they stop on course and decide whether they're going to take this section or not. I think we're looking at possibly Tim Key there. I hope Tim's pretty well keyed up for it. And this is 275, Michael Wright coming through. Good to see we've got one or two solid back-handed bikes still having a go downhill in. This is a Klein machine he's riding. And lots of some serious downhill stuff there. Reception there from Team Fat Boys, Hovis. All the guys wearing this Fox kit now, seem to be very popular. And again, other guys aren't wearing any kit at all, like this guy just getting some normal jogging top. So it's good to see them all having a go all the same and enjoying themselves, because that's what it's all about. As this rider looks like he's going to get himself into serious bother, but manages to hold it together by stepping off the back of his bike. That's Paul Birdie there from Keswick MTB Club. Some serious pieces of kit around this weekend. Looking at some of this machinery here, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 grams worth of bikes laid out on some of these machines. And this rider takes a superb tumble on this bank log section at the top of the course. Not got a name for this number yet, but I think it's Ryan Williamson there from Strange Racing. Quick look there at Ian Dixon from Backtrack Savers. Then ends up in 21st position this weekend. And Ryan Williamson there from Strange Racing, 10th at round 1 and 11th today. Very good ride there. Missing his pedals there, this rider. But managing to hold it together over that section quite well. Got to remember that the pan angle on these cameras doesn't give you the full degree of difficulty on these, as Mike Corkill from Race Doctor comes through and shows just how it should be done. Who is this rider? Missed him, missed the fall. He's diving back on his bike and he's away. Can we pick him up later on and find out what his number is? Yeah, this looks like the same guy. And we think it's Dean Mavin there from Team Cycle Force Giant. It's definitely a Team Cycle Force Giant rider anyway. And nailed that section quite well. This is one of those ride-on bikes from over there at Rottenstall. And it's Gary Mullins. So he's looking quite good there, and looking at his positions, he had a 7th at Carlton Bank and eventually finishes up just missing the podium today with a 4th place from Gary. Excellent ride there. And that's a terrain rider wearing the sexy shorts and the knee pads. I think it's terrain anyway. It looks like a terrain top, maybe it isn't. Difficult to tell, he's going so fast. "247", it's Craig Hope. And it looks like he's unsponsored. Craig Hope had 4th position at round 1. Eventually ends up in 8th position this weekend. And it's another ride-on rider from over there at Rottenstall. Looks like it could be Craig Robertson there from Ride On. Had a podium at round 1, 3rd position. And would you believe, eventually ends up winning today, taking 1st position. So Craig had a little bit of a glitch there, but there's not many people have a clean ride on this course. Most people just seem to have a tumble at one stage or other. It all depends on how soon you can get back on your steed as to how much time you lose, but I mean, one quick shunt into a tree can lose you 5 seconds instantly. That was well taken section there. Rider looking really clean and fast. I think that's Mike Burnell there from the bike place. And Mike had a 5th at round 1 He obviously must have some problem low down because he only ends up 10th today. And he's still doing well, is Mike. Now this is where it happens. This is where he loses it all. I think Mike could have actually cleaned up today because he was looking really smooth, but he's lost at least 10 or 12 seconds on that section. Back on his bike unhurt, but paid the price unfortunately. Now then, I think this rider's out for a Saturday run around because he took his time jumping off there. That's Andrew Fletcher from Mark Anthony Cycles. And looking down the list, Andrew had, would you believe, a win at round 1, and ends up on the podium today in 3rd place, so not that sketchy from Mike. From Andrew, should I say, sorry, calling him Mike now. Still some cool riding going on here. That section, which is very tricky and catches a lot out, is nailed very well. This is Andrew Moore. Andrew had a 23rd place in round 1 and ends up 9th this weekend. And this is number 325 coming in. He's actually the first of our vet riders. I've not got a name to put to this, obviously a late entry, so we'll just watch him and see how he does. Not too many vet riders today, around about 15 or 16. But these are our elder statesmen of the downhill category and do very, very well to be out there doing it at all. As you can see, number 325's obviously no novice to a bike. Takes that section quite cleanly. And this looks like our onboard commentator for the NAMBS 99 series, Mr. Robert Kinsey, coming through. Hope JD's racing. I know Rob's been a little bit wary of the ski jump and promised to do it, and he has done it. Nice one, Rob. Just catches his back wheel as he drops off the double there, but holds it together nicely. Rob managed an 8th at Carlton Bank in round 1 and eventually finishes up a creditable 2nd place, going 2nd and getting some nice glassware in the Northern Area Regional Championships. See how he nails the coffin quite well, nicely. I know where we're looking at now. I think this is Andrew Addy. It's either 331 or 337. It's 331, I think. So it's actually Mike Janion from Cycle Centre. Sorry, Mike, I should have recognised you there. And as Mike Janion disappears down the hill, we're waiting for the next rider to come into view. Mike having 5th place in round 1 and eventually finishing 3rd today. This is Steve Shaw from Strange Racing. Steve's had some good results this year and last year. Steve managing to get a 4th at round 1 and eventually finishing 7th today. See if we can pick up on Steve further down the course as our cameraman hovers around looking for a rider to come into view. Who we're looking at now, this is Phil Cole, I think there, yeah, Phil Cole from the Groovy Tribe. Phil managing to get a 6th position at Carlton Bank and gets a credible 5th place today. Losing his pedals there a bit, Phil, but keeping going all the same. Another shot at Phil as he wears his bun bag. He must have all his money in there, I think, Phil, because he's clinging onto that bun bag with dear life. Slightly further down the course and Phil comes into view again. Bun bag intact, body intact, bike intact. That's the way to go, Phil. Oh, he's jumping off. Deciding to run this little bit as he comes to the infamous coffin. Phil's over the side. Oh, this is another rider. This isn't Phil. This is very officially Mr. C. Clemson. This is the only information we have about Mr. Clemson. Looks like he had a DNF in round 1 because he's got a 0 position, but managing to pick up 9th place this weekend. Trying to pick out one of the 2 of these race numbers, but a little bit tricky as this rider decides to stop. 3:35, now that's clear enough. Who's that? It must be a late entry because he's not down on my sheet in 3:35. Yes, he is. It's C. Clemson again. That looks like Dave Holmes from Mark Anthony Cycles, eventually coming in 8th today. And before we move on to the senior category, I'd just like to give you the final rundown of the top 3 positions in the Vets race. Coming in 3rd today we had Mike Janyan. 2nd from Hope TJs was Rob Kinsey, and clenching the 1st position today, a brilliant ride there with a time of 2.53.63, Colin Close. And now we jump into the big category, the big field, the major series, the seniors, and we've got 3 full sheets of seniors today, a full entry list, and we're looking at Andrew Middlecoat there from Denton Cycles. Andrew getting a credible 22nd position at Carlton Bank and eventually finishing up 26th this weekend. Just watch Andrew taking some sections now.
Go on! Get on with it, man!
Oh, a nice front wheel pivot there before he decided to throw it all away. And it's either the same shot again from a different angle or another similar front wheel balancing act. But he's back on his bike again and seems to have come to no harm. As another rider comes into view. This looks like Nick Arthur from the Scott Scholarship. I think Nick will be one of those riders that's travelled all the way from down south. A DNF at round 1 and I think a DNF at this round as well, looking down the sheet, so better luck next time, Nick. That's Adam Proctor coming into view. Adam does a nice back wheel skid there on his Santa Cruz Super 8. Bike handles that section very smoothly. Adam very seriously having some elbow pads on there. A lot of elbow protection needed on this course with the rocks sticking up. And Neil Prentice will be party to that, because Neil ended up with 2 broken bones in his elbow and having to have it plated at hospital with a 3.5 hour operation. So best wishes to Neil, and hope Neil's back on board riding again shortly. This is David Holmes from Bike Treks, looking smooth through this section, although very steady. Quite a good spectator point here at the ski jump. People looking for blood and guts, and being foiled there as this rider decides to take the alternative route. Very smoothly done there, nice little bunny hop off the bottom section. And that was a nice smooth section placed there by Matt Finch there from Watling Sport. That's another of those ride-on bikes. Oh, got that boy out nicely there over the double rock step. Rebounded with his Reebok and back on his bike again, kicks the pedal into place. That's Gary Simpson there from Mert. Some really weird names. There's another one does a face plant. That's Martin Armitage there, showing us how to take a front tumble. Martin pulls his bike back again as this rider from over there at Rottenstall comes through. Not picked out his number yet, so can't just check out who this rider is. Rider there on a mission with the Campbell back on. Nice section cleanly done there by Ainsley Murphy from Merlin Rock Lobster. Had a DNF at round 1, but eventually finishes up 36 here. And this is James Swindell there with an eventual 9th position at this round. Quite good there from Martin Armitage as well.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm in your way. Yeah. Thanks very much. No problem. And
Martin decides just to show me up there by totally destroying his bike. Cleanly around that bit, nicely done. Okay, here on jeans, no elbow pads on, you notice. Bare arms. Some brave boys out there, but he cleans that up quite nicely. That's James Swindell. Oh, bad back wheel drop there from that rider, but manages to get away with it. That's cleanly done, very cleanly done, nicely jumped. That looks like Martin Carter. Martin had a DNF at round 1, and I think he's had a DNF at this round as well, but he's still running at the moment, so he must have had a big problem further down the course. As another rider comes into view, weaves round, doesn't take the coffin, takes the alternative route. Clearly jumped there by that rider. Difficult to pick up on some of these numbers as they come into view, but we've managed to get that one. That's Philip E. W. Sugden from Hargreaves. And this looks like Julian Hill. Two or three riders panning in at the same time, but Julian comes into view again, and oh, very stylishly there, kicks his back end up. Julian obviously got some kind of BMX background, because he's throwing it all the way though, as I say it, throwing it all the way. Just going that a little bit too quick there, Julian. Alternative route there, taken by Julian instead of going over the coffin. Looking quite quick indeed. Looking for this next rider. Martin Creaser there from Extreme Sports Social. Martin ending up with a 21st position this weekend. Looking down the sheet, we think that was Matthew Crawford that's just gone through. Follow Matthew down a bit, see how he rides this middle section, and he elects to take the coffin and takes it well. Smoothly around the bends. Everything's happening, bikes flying everywhere. I think this is Brian Murphy again. Takes that nicely. Not too much air on that bottom section, holding the speed. Nice little back wheel skid out there as he just tentatively brakes for that little corner, but holds it together nicely. How's he going to do down this section? Next to take the coffin. Quietly off, nothing too difficult. And cleans it. Whoa, rider's going down all over. This one falls down on his bike, hits him back on the back of the neck, jumps back on his Scott, bangs his pedals round and his grips, and away again. See if we can pick a number up shortly from this guy, who's definitely on a mission here. But no, we've not managed to get hold of a number off him yet. We think it could be James Dollywater from Andy's Bikes. If it is James, he managed the 27th at Carlton and a credible 31st this weekend. Rider with his number hanging off, which is not a lot of good to us when we're trying to pick these numbers out to give you names. But we think it's Dale Tinkler. Dale electing to take the coffin. And who's this rider that's just gone arse over you know what? We're never going to get to know because he's carrying his bike with his number the opposite way around. We think this is Graham Cochrane. Well, that's definitely Alex Goldie. Alex managing to finish with a DNF or a no points anyway, a no position at the end, so obviously had a problem further down. Stephen Jones. Watch Stephen down the hill. Cleanly over that section. Nice one. And again. Now you see the difference when you take the coffin as to the rider that took the alternative route. Must have gained at least 2 seconds there, because he was a good 2 seconds behind him as he came into that section. More riders coming down. And we go right to the top of the course, and that's Richard Rawlinson there. Following Richard down. This is Richard again, further down the course as he's just gone over the ski jump.
Can I just move that? Cheers, mate.
And we're still with Richard.